Hi guys, my project is called 100th Year Challenge. This is our given picture for my project, and we also have a small word of advice. This is our small word of advice that is given for a project. It says here that everything that has the beginning surely has the end. Nothing stays in this world forever. There is no point in being on this earth if treated indifferently. Dinosaurs became extinct due to climate conditions, and they are on a display at museums. Likewise, we will show miniature trees in museums only. Putting a tree in a museum is like putting a man in it. If there are no trees to clean air, there is no life on earth. Think. So this is our picture, and we have to think, we have to analyze it first, and we have to solve the problems and give solutions. This is our picture. There's a line on the center. On the left side, it represents our modern life, which has well-built structure, buildings with a very structure, and trees and grasses with a good environment, and mountains and a clean blue sky. And we also have a museum in the middle. We have two people looking at an extinct dinosaur skeleton. While on the other hand, on the right side, we have a fast-forwarded era, which is 2119 year. As you can see in this picture, we can see that buildings are, however, extremely advanced and super tall. We also have normal cars, and the bigger problem is that there are trash here, and the sky is dirty because of the exhaust from the factories. And the bigger thing is that in the museum there is a little tree with two people looking at a tree. Usually on the museums you see historical artifacts or any kind of old ancient things that you find it rarely. But here in the museum you can see a tree, which means in this world there are no any trees, grasses, or any plants. Then this would be more confusing, because if there are no trees in this era, there is no oxygen because no kind of plants and trees. So far we analyzed our picture, and our problems for this era is that air pollution, lack of trees, buildings. These are our two problems so far we have analyzed from our picture. As we just said, our first problem is air pollution. Now, air pollution, as you know, that being dirt of the air from the sky. How air pollution is caused? Air pollution is mostly caused from the exhaust from the factories, and mostly from the car's exhaust gas that we always use in our daily life. This is first of all from air pollution. And second is, I say, deforestation. In the picture, we didn't see any kind of trees or plants or any kind of living things, such as this, biological things. No trees means deforestation. No trees or no life, because of the no plants means no oxygen and no life for people. That was our problems. So first problem is space for trees. Now when we say space for trees, usually when we construct buildings, let's say you're going to build a building here, and on the area there are trees. So instead of cutting the trees and letting them go to waste, you have to take the trees and implant them somewhere else, more than 2 times the amount you cut. But either, when you build it, you must at least plant them near to your construction building, like this. Or maybe this one could be an example of building the trees for economy and for repair, and the trees wouldn't go waste, and at the same time you would build your building with a well-constructed plan. Next, waste use of cars. Since you know every day the world population numbers increasing every day, which means the number of cars are being manufactured every day and getting more numbers. And since we said that all of the air pollution comes from the exhaust of the cars, we could use less cars. For example, we would say removing old 70s or 80s cars. I mean, it depends on the locations, and use more modern or 2000s cars. And at the same time, especially in families or in apartments. Since you're going to get different transportations, you could use the same car as an apartment. Maybe if you know people in your apartment, same apartment neighbors, or maybe use a public transportation system, such as metros, or maybe other trains near the city, or maybe other buses. Third, the most famous example is catalytic converter. If a catalytic converter is used, it can be used in cars. Instead of releasing exhaust from the car, you can put the catalytic converter, which converts and it doesn't have any exhaust. It will just only release oxidation. So you can just prevent exhaustion from using catalytic converter as well as using it on the factories. So we saw a lot of problems so far. First problem was air pollution, deforestation, and being too many buildings because of no space for trees. And third one, the solutions were to use the catalytic converter, plant trees somewhere else, and less use of cars, or maybe decrease the population of cars. I found some prediction images, random images that could be used for our future. Instead of prevent to go with this way that I just used in the picture earlier. So these are examples. If we're going to develop our world into this advanced technology, then we must at least, mankind must somehow manage to sustain both the high-tech city and both the grasses and trees and all the nature. This could be just an example, since these are not real photos. It says that whenever a misfortune falls upon you, it's due to because of what have you done in your hands. This implies that as you could see from that picture of 2198 picture, this is done because of our own humanity's hands. So if we don't want to continue with develop it that way, you should at least see the world with your own better way and make it develop in a better way. Thanks for attention. It was presented by Numan Yusuf Aydin.